And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
The New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, y'all, and welcome to the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast, episode 30. Steph Curry episode.
Amen. Top 10 player all time.
Nolan Ryan with the Angels.
Yeah, we just passed over Steph Curry way too quickly right there.
Hey, you know he threw
greatest pitcher of all time.
He threw a pitch 108 miles an hour when
never
he was
won a
with the
Cy
Angels.
Young.
It went way over yonder, but it was 108.
Seven no-hitters.
Never won a Cy Young.
When he started, he would throw 200 pitches.
Hey, I had heard that back then they measured velocity differently than they do nowadays. They used to measure it as when the ball was crossing home plate rather than as soon as it's coming out of the pitcher's hand like they do nowadays. So nobody really knows how fast
hard they
Nolan Ryan
was throwing 150 miles an hour.
He might have been. You know? He was hitting 100 going across the plate.
Flamethrower.
I know this at 60-something years old was like 66. He threw a ball 85 miles an hour in an opening pitch.
Ain't got in a fight.
Well, that was when he was still playing.
Yeah.
And they still play that fight, or I don't. They
The
used
anniversary
to
for
play
it was just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it Robbie Ventura?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Robin
Robin
he beat
Ventura,
up a guy with a woman's name.
He deserved it.
Well, his kids had to hear about it when their kids were coming up, so he's like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
talking about that. I'm like, well, bro, you shouldn't have charged him out on Nolan freaking Ryan. Like, he throws nothing but straight gas, and you're gonna run into that arm, crazy.
Like, come on.
But so we're gonna talk some AFC North preview in this episode.
Our last one.
Finally.
Man. It did feel kind of
started the journey 2
Well,
months ago.
I looked back on my notes. The NFC preview ended July 24th. Today's August 24th. So
that just means the NFL's right around the corner.
Yes. Amen.
Yes. College football coming up.
Yeah, this weekend.
Week 0.
Yeah. So
there's nothing to talk about there.
Yeah, we're gonna do our AFC North. Hey, you're disrespecting UTEP. Watch out.
Other than Kelton.
Watch out.
Lots of Kelton love.
Hey, Nebraska's playing too in Hawaii. Hawaii versus Vanderbilt.
Fired this year.
Hawaii didn't even have a field.
Yeah.
They don't even have a stadium. Their stadium
apparently their home games aren't going to be broadcast on mainland TV. You have to buy subscription service. So that's
all right because my boy BJ Penn is about to be governor of Hawaii, and he's going to fix those things.
I think he finished last in the election.
Oh,
it hasn't. Has it already?
I think they had a
like a mock run.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Was it just the primary though?
Yeah, primary.
He finished last in the Republican primary.
Like 20%.
Should have been a Democrat.
Got like 20% of the vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no, BJ Penn's not going to be the next Hawaiian governor.
There's always the
pulling for him there. What happened? Did GSP run or something?
No, Shane Victorino ran.
Yeah.
Or Max Holloway.
Oh, yeah, it was August 13th.
R.I.P. Colt Brennan.
Oh, yeah, he killed himself, didn't he?
No, I don't think. He just died.
Good for him.
Who just died?
Colt Brennan. You remember him?
Oh, yeah,
that's
right.
mid-2000s.
Yeah,
he was
Hawaii up.
Yeah,
Did you say he just died?
He died, a couple months ago.
Really?
Drug overdose or something?
I don't remember. I think
so.
he was like car wreck or something, maybe.
Heisman votes, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
awesome.
he had some issues, though, with addiction.
I'm looking it up. But, yeah, we're going to...
You know what I'm addicted to? I'm addicted to football.
Amen.
Talking about the AFC North right here.
The one we have been wanting
You want to know? You want to know who else has an addiction? That's Deshaun Watson. He's addicted to massage therapy.
Yes, he is.
I think it's the happy ending that he's addicted to.
And he's,
that is also true.
And he is suspended for the first 12 games of the NFL season.
Colt Brennan accidental
11.
overdose.
11?
11.
He will be playing in the 12th game.
No. There's a reason for that, though.
He's playing the Houston Texans.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, we can profit off
Colt
that.
Brennan died in May of 2021.
Yeah.
So his first game back, he takes on his old team.
Yeah. Wait, he died?
Colt Brennan.
Does that feel like a
Did I just get here?
just like a coincidence?
So, yeah, our first team, last place in the AFC North.
Hold on, BJ Penn didn't finish last. He finished
Well, he finished with.
Well, if you ain't first, you're last.
That's right.
He got lapped, Kyle. It's over. Okay, Duke Auna won.
Yeah, he got doubled up by
If you ain't
Duke.
first, you're last.
Now, who's Duke? He ain't no
The
two
future
division
governor.
champ. I promise you that.
The future
Now he ain't the
governor of
future
Hawaii.
governor either because it's gonna definitely be a Democrat.
It's a blue state.
Yeah,
Oh,
God,
blue boys.
yeah, super blue. But no, that's enough politics. It was only because of BJ.
Kyle's
only
getting anxious over here.
because of BJ Penn.
Shout out Joe Biden on the student loans getting pushed back again.
Oh yeah,
Biden
Biden
2024.
It's only $10,000 though.
Hey, that's a lot of money for a wee little public school teacher around here. Crap, I'll take anything I can get.
We need to get going before the lights go out for the 7th time this week. So.
Oh yeah, you're
Well,
right.
so I mean, you got to kick it off. It's the Browns, right?
Yeah, my Brownies. They lost Baker. Went with a sexual predator.
And spent a whole lot of money on him.
A lot of money.
Guaranteed money.
Lot of
Pissed
money.
off every owner in the NFL.
Yeah,
And now they're stuck with Jacoby Brissett.
And they pissed off every fan in Cleveland too, pretty much.
Shout out Jacoby.
They even lost Case Keenum.
Yeah.
He's in
He went to Buffalo.
You know, Case was better than Baker last year. So
He was indeed.
yeah. So Cleveland, they were like 8-9 last year, I think. Underwhelming season. Had a bunch of crap go on. Baker torn labrum. Odell, his situation, who apparently is now buds with Baker.
Yeah, I was about to say, how about the love from Odell to Baker?
Yeah, they're
He was
apparently
like, shine
friends
on,
again.
brother, shine,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, that's the best thing that could happen for OBJ. Wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. Well, towards ACL in it.
I really hated watching him go down in the Super Bowl like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad he got that
was-
touchdown
yeah.
first, though.
I had a bet on it. Yeah.
Me too.
So, Browns off season, the big story, Deshaun Watson traded like I don't even know how many picks.
And they
Here
were
we
out
go.
of the sweepstakes
first
allegedly.
round.
And then out of note, because it was between the Saints and the
Falcons.
and then out of nowhere.
I don't know where they offered an insane haul and an insane contract to his camp, and boom.
And
it
it's
happens.
a good deal that the Saints didn't sign because Roger Goodell would have suspended him for 2 years.
3 years, yeah.
No, he'd been banned.
Probably.
He had a lifetime ban.
Probably.
And we would not have been able to avoid the contract. They'd been all dead money.
So the trade was 3 first-round picks from the Browns for this past year's draft, and then the next 2, a third-rounder next year, fourth-rounder last year, fourth-rounder in 2024, and what did they get in exchange? Just Watson and a 2024 sixth. Just have to throw that in there, I guess. And then they signed him to a 5-year, $230 million contract.
Fully
Hey, how about
guaranteed.
Josh
Fully
Rosen?
guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed.
They got the triple J at quarterback. They got Brissett, Josh Rosen, and Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, I wonder if Rosen's made the team. I'm
He's been
pretty sure I
playing
heard
in
that he
the-
was awful.
He's been playing in the preseason games. I just
Former
looked it
first-round
up.
pick.
He ain't been horrible, like stats-wise.
I know, like his first
might look
practice,
like
he was
dog
just
crap.
like overthrowing people. And
Oh, he was at the
slants.
Cardinals, right?
He got picked by the Cardinals, got run off by Kyler Murray, and then he was the Dolphins.
Yeah,
He sucked with the Dolphins.
yeah, he's just
But
not been a good NFL
everybody
quarterback.
sucks.
And
with the
Josh
Dolphins.
Dobbs doesn't have any eyebrows, and it bothers me.
Yeah, he's got the Charlie
He's got
Villanueva.
the disease.
Yeah,
Oh God.
He can't help it.
the
Oh,
no
God.
hair grow.
First,
God, now I feel bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should.
I thought he just had
Charlie
blonde eyebrows.
Villanueva. You remember him?
No, he got the disease.
You gotta watch out. Will Smith
Alopecia.
gonna come up in our podcast.
Yes,
smacking
I
people.
wish
somebody.
he would. That would do a lot for us. Bet you won't come do it, Jada.
Slap me, Will.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen, first preseason game, he went 6 for 7 for 56 yards. And then his second game, I think he did a little bit better. Let me find
What do you
it.
think Amari Cooper's going to do over there?
Well, we don't have a
Jack
quarterback.
squat. Josh Rosen went 7 for 20 in the second game for 88 yards. So, yeah, he probably ain't making the cut.
Yeah, that's enough of Josh Rosen talk for like
We're
this
not gonna be a
entirety of
Josh
this
Rosen
podcast.
podcast?
No.
And Njoku.
Yeah, Njoku, who last year had trade rumors. I think on April Fool's Day this year, he posted that I want out again. Bill he forgets to mute his ringer every time, and always gets called.
It's probably an IT call from the school board.
Let's mute the computer while we think about
Chromebooks
it.
down.
His computer is on full blast after that video we watched before this pod. But yeah, Njoku, he's back. Finally kept
They're
him
actually
in.
real big on him this year.
Yeah. And Austin Hooper was there.
He's had a lot of hype around him. The
Austin
whole
Hooper
time,
he never
man.
really did it.
If he can stay healthy, that's the problem. But Hooper's gone, so
yeah.
And they ain't got nobody to throw it to. But
Did Hooper go to Jacksonville?
Tennessee,
that
maybe.
Feels right.
I think Tennessee.
We'll see it in a minute.
I don't know, somewhere.
Okay, they got Pochick from LSU. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, they've also lost their starting center and their backup center this year already in the preseason. Second snap of the year, they lost Nick Harris, who they drafted at center a couple years ago to replace J.C. Treader. J.C. Treader leaves. Nick Harris tears his ACL, I believe, pretty quickly. And then about a week later in practice, their backup center tears his ACL. So not looking good on that O-line, even though they've still got some studs there, though. So it'll still be one of the better groups. That's going to be their offense, Nick Chubb, who's best running back in the NFL.
And Kareem
Nick Chubb.
I don't know about that, but
he's
the
best.
The best 1-2 punch of all time, just about.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Kareem Hunt wanting to get out of there.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Well, today they said that they're not going to grant his request for a trade.
No, they know he's too important.
I see them paying him and keeping him before they trade him. He's never really had problems being that second guy. I think he just wants the money, and I don't think Cleveland wants to commit that just yet. Probably doesn't help that they paid a quarterback that's not going to play for 11 games.
Well, him as a second guy is better than a lot of starters.
Oh God, yeah. He could go and start probably on half the NFL teams right now.
I mean, that's like if Kamara gets suspended for like next year for a long period of time, I'd be calling the Browns, see what they would want for Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And he could be a 3-down back for just about any team in the NFL, honestly, except for this one because of Nick Chubb.
I mean, he was.
Yeah,
and then
until he beat up his wife. But
I forget what all
happened.
Jakeem Grant signed 3 years, $13 million. Tears his Achilles. He was looking good, in the preseason and everything, and they're really excited for him to be their kind of gadget guy. Mm-hmm. That's gone. So wide receiver room's not looking great, honestly. Amari Cooper's there. I don't think he's going to be bad. He's always been solid.
He's been consistent.
But he was on the Cowboys, so if you're not amazing, you're terrible.
Mm-hmm. Ain't first or last.
Yeah, and they had their newfound love of CeeDee Lamb, who people are really high on, and I want to see him do it before he gets that.
He's got the chance to do it, but I want to see him do it first.
Yeah. I mean, the second he got drafted, they wanted him to be the next thing in the NFL.
All I remember about CeeDee Lamb's him getting shut down in the Peach Bowl or whatever that was a couple years ago against LSU. So
yeah,
bum.
Cooper has had a problem with injuries though in his career.
Yeah, a little bit.
Feels like he always has like an ankle problem or something.
Yeah, but their offense it should be running a lot for the first 10 weeks, and then because receiving Amari Cooper, Njoku, Harrison Bryant's backup tight end, nothing special there. Donovan Peoples-Jones, hopefully he can take that step. He had a solid year last year. Not much really else there. Defense, though, brought back Clowney. He fit in really well last year opposite of Myles Garrett. Chase Winovich, they brought him in. They got Mack Wilson out of there. He can never really stick around. Taven Bryan, I believe he was a first-round pick from Florida a couple years ago to Jacksonville. So D-line's really good again. Myles Garrett's incredible, so he'll continue to do that.
One of the best players in football, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love him.
As long as he doesn't assault anyone with a helmet this year.
Yeah, don't say slurs and you don't get hit.
Mike Tomlin vouched for him, though.
Who?
For the Mason Rudolph. He's like, no, he didn't say that. Mike Tomlin.
I don't know. I'm not going to go
Mike
against
Tomlin's
Myles Garrett.
OG.
I'm not going against Myles. Denzel Ward, 5 years, $100 million extension, one of the best corners in football. He's great. Has been since the second they drafted him. Not really much else they did on defense with additions. Let's see. I really can't even remember who they lost.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, Bake's out of there.
Jarvis Landry.
Austin Hooper, J.C. Treader.
Yeah.
And
Hollywood
defense is
Higgins.
just a bunch of, I wouldn't say no names, but low-tier guys.
Troy Hill, he was the slot corner for them. They traded him to the Rams again.
I remember when Tack McKinley got on the stage and was yelling the F word at everything.
Yeah.
Holding a picture of his dead grandmother.
Mm-hmm. When he got drafted.
NFL draft, yeah.
Yeah, there's Austin Hooper to
I'm
the
so
Titans.
effing happy.
Yeah, Hollywood, he went to the Panthers, and then Baker found his way there. Don't be surprised if he's one of the better receivers for the Panthers this year. Him and Baker are best friends. They always have that connection. I mean, crap, Higgins was like the number 1 receiver for the Browns when they played the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Where did Colquitt go? Did he just is he out of the league?
Must be. I'm not even sure. Yeah, but
not a whole lot there.
Yeah, the biggest loss is just Baker. You can argue if that was a good move or not. I still wish they would have given him a shot when he's fully healthy again. I mean, he was 1 year removed from their first playoff win in, 25 years or something?
It was just bad timing.
Yeah.
All around.
Let's just call it what it is. It's going to be a dumpster fire.
This year it probably will be.
Absolutely.
It probably will be.
I wish I could find that the Browns are a dumpster fire song from
So they cut the
Colin
whole
Cowherd back in the day.
The quarterback room. They just
they
cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And apparently special teams too, because they got rid of all the punters and kickers.
Well, fourth round pick, Cade York, LSU.
There you go.
That happened. There's a couple LSU guys up there though. Grant Delpit, he's kind of finding his own. I don't think he's a starter. I still think he's second string safety. Greedy Williams, opposite Denzel Ward, he's been good. Not much else really from the draft class.
Well, they
3
don't have
Oklahoma
no
guys.
top round draft picks.
They had 3 third-round picks, though. David Bell, wide receiver, Purdue. Not really sure what he's going to do.
He ran a very
York
slow
in the 4th
40.
round. Wow.
I remember David Bell ran a very slow 40.
Yeah.
How slow?
Like 4.6, I think.
That's not that slow. That's juice speed.
Let's see. I want to see what their schedule's looking like because so
Carolina week 1.
Crap, them first 4 games, they could win.
All winnable.
Carolina, New
I
York.
think Baker slaughters them in Carolina, though, because he's
mad.
He's pissed.
Yeah. I hope he does.
But they open up Carolina, New York Jets, Pittsburgh, and Atlanta. All 4 are winnable, even with Jacoby Brissett.
You think Pittsburgh's winnable?
What's Pittsburgh got? It's Brissett versus Mitch Trubisky.
We don't know
No,
that he's
maybe,
going to be the starter.
Maybe rookie.
Which we'll talk about that in a minute. But Pickett is looking good.
Miles Garrett's
They're not facing any big-name
about to do
quarterbacks
that.
for a while.
Yeah, you got Herbert week 5, but then after that, New England.
Mac, and then your boy.
Lamar, Burrow.
Joey B, Tua, Josh.
Yeah.
When Watson comes back, though, it gets a lot harder.
Yeah, Watson comes back. They go immediately to Houston. NFL planned that. Because who gives an 11-game suspension, not a 12?
Let's capitalize on sexual
drama.
assault.
Yeah. Tony Romo and Jim Nantz will be there that night.
Well, you knew Watson was going to be back before they played New Orleans. We all knew that.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless he played for New Orleans and he was just going to be gone forever.
Yeah, so when Watson gets back, he'll miss what? First 12 games?
11.
No, first 11 games. First 11 games.
Come back,
It's
play
going to be a
Houston.
dumpster fire.
Then Cincinnati, Baltimore, New Orleans. That's
But
a
they
tough
could
road
be
right
they
there.
could be what? 4-7?
I don't think they're not going to win the first 4 games, man.
No, but they
could win 3.
They could
or
win
2
something
of them.
else after that.
They could win two of those.
And
then
those division games are not
Division
just
games are a toss-up.
Yeah, you don't just throw those out. Cause
Even when they've been bad, they've always played them tight.
yeah, AFC North, it's a freaking fight. Always will be.
What's the over-under for them?
Look that up, Chance.
Because, I mean,
And wait, I
6
think
maybe?
The last game of the year will be Pittsburgh too. That wasn't on that picture right there. But,
I'm thinking 6 games.
I wouldn't be shocked if they got like 8, honestly. But it's all going to matter what they do before Watson.
I would be absolutely shocked.
If they got 8.
Yes, for sure.
Well, they won 8 last year with one-armed Baker. So
One-arm Baker's probably better than Jacoby Brissett, though.
Maybe. Brissett went what 4-0 with that during Deflategate.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Yeah, but was that with the
When was
Patriots?
that?
That's with the Patriots.
Yeah, that's a different story, though.
2017?
I think so. Did you find those odds, Chance? Oh wait, there's. Oh, Browns are still third to win the
They got
AFC.
them on here.
Oh, that's the North.
That's the one team that
Yeah,
have
just
on
to win.
the
To win the
Barstool
North.
Sportsbook.
Pittsburgh's
Nobody knows
way
what's
down
coming.
there.
Yeah, nobody. They've probably been waiting for
I
this.
guess since Watson, they had to change everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they got the third best odds to win the North.
As they
And,
should.
like a lot better odds than the Steelers.
So they got them.
Pittsburgh's
they got
not
them
gonna
ahead
be
of
good.
Steelers.
Yeah.
So I guess do
Do y'all think Pittsburgh's gonna be better?
No.
I just don't
I
think
they're gonna
Browns
be
are going to
even.
be very good this year.
I think they'll be even.
I don't know.
What did
I
the
still
Steelers
see.
lose besides Big Ben's like poo-poo quarterback play?
What did they gain?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I think 7 or 8 wins still. Cleveland, they've got a good roster, probably top 5, top 10 roster outside of the quarterback play for the first 11 weeks.
They got some good defensive players.
Yeah, I mean, their
Garrett,
team
Garrett
is really
could be
good.
the player of the year, defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
This year.
They have a soft first 4 games, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean they've got a team that's got foundation. It's not just a bunch of rookies and new guys that they
could
brought
start
in.
out 3-4. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe they could get 7, 8 games, but I'm still saying 6.
and it'll definitely be interesting to see what they do when Watson comes back, because just throwing him into your team week 13, that's going to be tough. I mean, he's not going to play a freaking game
I
till
wonder if he'll be
December.
allowed to practice with them and stuff.
I doubt it.
So yeah, that means then there'll be
when you're
no
suspended,
connections.
It's going to be coming in fresh.
That game week you're having to get your timing down again with all of your peers and all that junk and
Yeah,
His preseason performance was
not good.
foo-foo.
Yeah, not good.
Foo-foo lames.
So let's move on. Pittsburgh. They took Kenny Pickett round 1. Then the next quarterback didn't go till round 3. So they really felt something about him. Pittsburgh college guy, so get to stay there.
Well,
Pittsburgh
the
University.
thing about him was, they knew Big Ben was done, and he was definitely, the most pro-ready quarterback in that draft. Started, had 4
That's
years.
debatable.
4 years worth of starts at Pitt. Ran a pro-style offense. They say the guy. Has
I think
small
Ritter
hands,
might be
but-
more ready than him.
Ritter has looked really good.
Yeah, I think Ritter has a higher ceiling, but I think Pickett was the most ready to go out the gate.
Yeah,
He's looked good in preseason.
He's looked
and
good.
they're talking him up, but you never know. Do you
They're
get in there with
supposed to talk him up too,
Well,
you get in
I
there
saw-
with the starters. It's a different story.
Yeah,
And dude,
And
the
games
fake
that matter.
slide last year. I mean, he had to have a rule invented around him.
yeah.
That's got to count for something.
That was crazy.
Then they took another quarterback round 7. Here we go, South Dakota State. So,
Yeah, that's weird. They must try to convert
Just
him to
in
something
case.
else.
but they also
is that
they,
guy?
I have no
I've heard
idea.
of him.
He's probably not on the team anymore. They also drafted. Signed Mitch Trubisky. A couple months right before this draft. So they were never really
Trubisky's
all
always
in.
had
He's
a
going to be the
question mark.
bridge.
But it was a 2-year deal. It's not like it was just a 1-year deal. Get him in here.
Yeah.
So how many games will he play before they swap?
Mitch, I don't think he's gonna be that bad.
Well, honestly, they probably didn't expect for Pickett to be there at 20.
Thought he'd go higher.
They probably thought somebody would trade up. That's what always happens. People trade up and reach for a quarterback.
This draft though, where the next
It
quarterback didn't go
always-
to round 3.
It always happens. We
people-
talked about it on draft night. It
That's-
always
I
happens.
don't know.
I have to believe that Pickett
I
will
think that-
start before the end of the year, though.
I think
Before the
though-
end of the year, probably.
I think the quarterbacks in this draft, I don't think they're good, but I think there was kind of the opposite of when somebody goes on a run of defensive ends or something. It was the opposite effect on the quarterbacks. Everybody was like, "Yeah, we're not taking any quarterbacks," and that's why they kind of got pushed back.
Well, let's be honest.
I don't think they
if
were
he
that
was the
bad.
best quarterback in the draft,
That's
then,
scary.
Yeah. He's not.
I mean, Davis
that
Mills
great.
would have come out in this draft #1 quarterback.
He'd been a top 10 pick probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he is. They're saying he's a guy in Houston, so
You saw it last year.
Yeah, Pickett though. I
He didn't play that bad last year.
Oh no, I
He
want to
won
see.
games on a team that wanted to lose.
Him and Brandon
That's all you
Cooks,
gotta know.
they had a little connection going on there.
Yeah,
Cooks
I
can
got
catch a ball
Cooks
from
in a
anybody.
fantasy league, so I knew that to
Cooks
happen.
don't discriminate.
No,
but
he
they
just
went
wants the
with
ball.
George Pickens round 2, who has looked really good. They're high on him. Same with 4th-round pick Calvin Austin from Memphis. They're thinking that Pickett, Pickens, and Austin can all be staple points for the Steelers for the next couple years.
Kind of like
Well,
Santonio
if you can
Holmes
get
and
that-
Hines Ward and Big Ben were back down.
If you can hit on the first 4 rounds of your draft, you're doing something right.
Yeah, and I believe the Lille guy from D tackle from A&M, I think he used to be a really good recruit, 5-star coming in. And
Yeah, that
everything.
name sounds familiar.
Yeah, go to their auditions, Bill.
Well, it looks like they're playing for the future. I mean, with this draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they
There's
aren't
Mitch
too worried
Trubisky,
about
2-year, $14 million deal.
God, they signed a lot
Up
of
to
people.
$27 million with incentives.
I think that though,
That's
I mean, he's a former second overall pick.
Yeah.
And he's been backing up in Buffalo. I don't think they get him if they don't offer him at least 2 years. And it's relative. I mean, half the contract is incentives. So, I don't think that's a bad sign for them.
I mean, he took the Bears to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And look how bad the Bears
what were the Bears?
are.
Yeah, what did they have?
Well, this Steelers team's better than that Bears team.
He's got better weapons
They
immediately.
probably are, honestly.
He's got better weapons. He's got a better foundation. He just spent a year in Buffalo
Comeback
behind
player of
Josh
the year
Allen.
right there.
Wow.
He's
Why
one
are
of
the
the
Sharps
betting
so
leaders.
down on him?
I don't know.
Because
we ain't seen him play in a year or two now. That's why.
Yeah.
I know, but you knew Big Ben was awful last year.
Yeah.
Like he was doo-doo.
He couldn't throw the ball 20 yards down the field.
No, at all.
He was practically what Drew was in the last 2 or 3
Don't-
years.
He was worse.
Don't insult
He
Drew
was
like
worse.
that.
He-
Don't do it.
They were both bad.
They were
Don't do it.
alike.
They were a liability.
Yeah, but Drew wasn't that bad though. Big Ben, look up the stats.
Well, just because Drew threw it more.
Look up the stats.
What else did the Steelers do? James Daniels.
Miles Jack.
James Daniels, 3 years, $26 million on the line. He's a good guard. Larry Ogunjobi from Charlotte. Used to be a Brown, 1 year, $8 million deal. Miles Jack, 2-year deal. He was on my NFL disappointments list.
When's Miles Jack going to do it? Never?
He was never bad in,
He's never been
Jacksonville.
He's never been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace, 2-year deal. He used to. He was on
Bill.
Buffalo. Yeah. Really good corner there. I think he got injured last year. He's definitely got talent. Then they signed 4 safeties. Terrell Edmonds, they keep him 1-year deal. Minka Fitzpatrick got the bag, 4-year deal, $73 million.
He's been a different player since he got up there.
Yeah.
Well, they got a coach.
Up where from where?
That's going to keep him straight.
He was in Miami.
Oh crap, he was.
Yeah, he got traded there.
God, I forgot about that.
He was a bust in Miami. Do you not remember that?
How long was he in Miami? Like a year?
Yeah, he got traded like right after his rookie or sophomore year.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did he ask his way out?
I think
Probably.
they just traded because he was a bum down there.
I don't think he was bad. 'Cause they traded a first for him, didn't they?
I can't remember. I thought he was not good.
So he was there in 18 and first 2 games in 19.
He had 80 tackles year 1 and 11 starts, 2 picks.
2 interceptions.
Look up that trade chance.
All right.
But yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick 4-year deal. What was that? $70 million, I believe. Yeah, something like that. He's a really good safety. Has been for a couple years now. DeMonte KZ, another solid safety. They've got the depth. Their defense will be good. They've got T.J. Watt coming off a crazy year.
Yeah, had the single-season sack record, tied it.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick and
I think he missed a game, too.
A 4th-round pick and a 7th-round pick went to Pittsburgh in exchange for a 1st and 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick for the next year.
Yeah, so first and then pick swaps, essentially.
Yeah.
So the first for Fitzpatrick. That's what I thought.
On Big Ben and Drew Brees, all right, I will say I was wrong about Big Ben, but I wasn't wrong about Brees either. This is both of their stats their final year. 2,900 yards, 24 and 6, 70% completion percentage, went 9 and 3. That's Drew. Big Ben went 9 and 7, 3,700 yards, 22 and 10, which is better than I thought, and 64.5 completion percentage. They really weren't that bad.
They're bad.
He was better than Breeze.
They're both
Who
liabilities.
would you rather have?
Breeze. I mean, he still
Exactly.
completed 70% of his passes.
And
64.5 ain't bad though. But
Big
neither
Ben
one
threw
of them
for almost 1,000 yards more.
Neither one of them could throw the long ball.
Well, he was also healthier.
I'm about
though.
to
He
say
played
more games,
he played
probably,
16 games. Drew only played 12 games.
Oh, there you go. He was healthy. Drew wasn't.
Ben's never healthy.
Yeah.
He played through pain unlike Drew did.
Bro, he broke like half the ribs on one of his sides.
Yeah.
Because he's
Breeze
fragile. He was
Breeze
old.
pain that
the
whole
house.
year.
He was
Should have been at the
old.
house.
He had more broke bones than he didn't.
The departures.
Terod Taylor lost the whole position because the doc dropped his lung.
Yeah, that's true.
God,
Departures,
poor guy.
though. Juju, he's out of there. He's in KC. We're
Juju
expecting
won't that be?
pretty big things from that, actually.
I'm not.
Okay.
Taco.
James Washington.
Speaking of that, so Watkins threw some shade on Patrick Mahomes
What was
today.
said?
Yeah.
I walked out the house this morning whenever that was coming on. TV.
Not really shade, but if you're like all about Patrick Mahomes, which
Yeah.
he said that
You saying something about me?
That was my fantasy football name.
Okay.
But he said that Rodgers is on a whole nother level.
Oh, because if he said Mahomes is better, then Rodgers gets him killed. He sends the power of the witch, and then he gets shunned and
power of the tattoo.
Yeah, hung at the town or something.
Hung at the town.
Ain't that what they used to do back in the day?
He got
the witch
stoned.
trials. Yeah.
He got stoned.
Yeah. Juju's gone though. He's in KC.
Joe Hayden retired finally.
I guess. Yeah. Taco Charlton.
Yeah, we got Uncle Taco.
He's in NOLA. Is he still there?
Yeah.
He made the cut. Okay.
I thought he was playing well, and then I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah,
like,
he'll probably get cut. Trey Turner's gone, LSU legend.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders. That's pretty much it. Go to their draft. Let's see what they did. We
already did that.
Yeah,
7 wins.
So yeah, what y'all think?
7 wins.
Slightly better than the Browns, but not much.
Well, we know what they're going to do the whole year. They got Najee Harris. They're going to run the ball.
They don't have a good O-line though.
He had the most attempts last year. I think in the NFL.
Josh is going to draft him.
I'll take him.
I drafted him in my league.
Well, he's going to have more attempts this year than he did last year.
Mm-hmm. They got a tough first half of the schedule.
Oh yeah, Cincinnati immediately, and then New England, Cleveland, Jets. But then Buffalo, Tampa Bay.
Buffalo and Tampa back.
Buffalo, Tampa, Miami, and Philadelphia. 3 of those being road games. That's
I see
probably
now
4
why they had
Ls.
Cleveland ahead of them.
Yeah.
Man, they
And
got
then
a tough schedule.
bye
Man,
week,
look at the
New
second
Orleans,
half, too. They play
Cincy,
Baltimore, yeah.
Indianapolis,
Vegas,
Cleveland again with Deshaun.
With Deshaun Watson.
2 games against Lamar, Vegas,
Man, that's a tough
game
schedule.
at Baker. Yeah. They might not win. They might not win 5.
That's 5 or 6 right there.
So does Pickett start week 10 versus NOLA?
Probably.
Coming up the
Yeah,
bye?
they get blowed out against Philadelphia, and he plays against New Orleans.
Yeah,
I would not.
1-7.
I don't know though.
2-6,
I wouldn't want to start a rookie quarterback against one of the
But
best
it's after the
secondaries
bye
in the
week.
league.
It's after the
gonna be
bye.
It's going to be after a bye week. That's
That's
why
when
they'll
they're
do
gonna
it.
do
at home
But
for 2
still,
games.
they got a bad O-line. Cam Jordan's going to freaking eat, and the corners over there in New Orleans are going to have a field day. If he does start, I feel bad for him.
Maybe.
And I'm not trying to be a Saints homer, but you know that defense is nasty.
So when you're
Oh,
thinking
absolutely.
that Atlanta game, December the 4th, that'd be a good time to start him.
Yeah, but you're not going to start him on the road.
I'd start him against some freaking bums.
It's going to be after
They
that
don't
bye
got
week.
no bombs to
I'd
play.
start him at Miami before
They
I'd start
might
him.
not start him, though, still. They might punt on the season at week 9.
If they do it, it'll be week 9. Week 9, get him.
I think he gets in because they need to see what they've got.
Yeah, I agree.
Because next draft is going to be quarterback
Week
heavy.
9, you get a bye week, then you get a home game and a home game. Yeah, they're against New Orleans and Cincy, but you're home for, 27
And
straight
coaches
days right
love
then?
to implement them rookies after a bye week,
Yeah.
especially
if they
quarterbacks.
come into the bye week with
Gives them
only
2
1 or 2
weeks.
wins,
As they probably will.
they're gonna
Yeah.
make the
They'll
squad.
go into the bye week probably on a 4-game losing streak.
And they love to give them 2 weeks to prepare with the rookie. And that way he's a starter really for 2 weeks at that point whenever it's time to play.
Yeah.
You know?
No revenge game for Mitch against Chicago, though. But he does get to go to Buffalo. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Can't wait to see how
Hopefully
that goes.
Najee stays healthy. That's really the biggest thing to me.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a good O-line. They're going to run him into
Well,
the
he's gonna
freaking
get his
ground
chance.
again.
That's for sure.
We're going to
And-
find out how durable he is.
Yeah, last time, what I can think of is Saquon. Had that great rookie year, ran him a ton. Year 2 comes out there, boom.
That's a pretty common story for a rookie running back, though.
Yeah.
Is like they do well out the gate, and then
Year 2, it
Oh, he had a
happens.
good year, like 1,200 yards and.
Oh, he had a lot of
What's
yards.
Saquon?
No, I'm talking about
Yeah,
Harris.
Najee.
I
Yeah.
think he had 10 touchdowns, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good rookie year.
Yeah, so they'll be worse than the Browns. I think
they
the
will,
Browns
too.
just have a better team everywhere else
Easier schedule.
besides
probably.
quarterback, maybe. Mitch, I think you can maybe give the advantage to over Brissett. But the Browns just have a better offense. All right, let's go to Baltimore. Second place in the division. They, Lamar. Got to mention Lamar. I couldn't find my jersey to wear.
So they're fixing to give Lamar a big contract, it looks like.
They better.
At some point they will, yeah.
If not, I want a Ricky Williams for him.
why is he representing himself?
I don't know.
What's he worried about that little extra 10%? He's
I
getting
thought
to
it was
keep?
his mom that was representing him.
God, that's worse.
They said that they had two of the best draft picks in the draft with Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Lindenbaum.
It's Baltimore.
whoever.
What do you expect?
Oh, they talked up their draft. They done really.
They
well.
do it every year.
One of the best defensive players in the draft was supposed to be Kyle Hamilton.
How did he
kept
fall?
falling and
How did he
falling.
fall that far?
He didn't test well.
He didn't test well because he's big. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, his speed was like 4.5, I think. I don't think he ran well.
He's
at
really
all.
kind of like a linebacker.
But
really.
when you watched him play at
safety.
Notre
Why
Dame,
did they
he would make
draft two
sideline
tight
to
ends when they
sideline
got
plays.
One of the best tight
Yeah,
ends
there's a
in the
difference
league.
between like
Because they
inline
run
speed and like on the field speed.
Tight ends is their receivers.
Yeah,
They say Isaiah Likely's good too.
Yeah, Lively, 4th-round pick from
Likely.
Coastal Carolina. Yeah, Likely. He's been insane.
They say he's gonna be a stud.
He had like 8 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown in the first half of the night. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they say he's good.
He's going to be really
So
good.
they're gonna go like the Patriots and run two tight ends.
They'll run
system?
3.
Their second-round pick was a steal too.
Oh yeah, a Jogby. Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a first-round guy.
Yeah, he would have been first-round talent, but I think he tore his Achilles. Maybe.
Yeah.
He had some big injury.
Football pantry idiots.
Yeah. Okay. Iowa center Tyler Linderbaum, probably the best center in the draft. Got him. Keep the line solid.
Yeah, he's supposed to be really good.
Whatever pick Baltimore
And they
makes,
said
they're going
David
to be good.
Ajabo was supposed to be really good.
Yeah, we already
too.
talked about that, but you weren't listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with a parent.
I think that center actually was a little banged up, but I think he's back.
Yeah. They drafted a punter around 4. There you go. Let's go to the additions.
Did you hear about that punter they got out of
picks.
Penn State? I think it was. I'm joking.
Well, it's a good thing they drafted Mike Davis because Gus Edwards went down.
Did he?
He's going to be out. He's on IR. I think he's going to be out at least 4 games or more, maybe.
Really? He gets hurt.
J.K. Dobbins is back though.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins is back. He's good to go for week 1.
Is it for sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like
I hadn't seen anything.
He could run wild this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still listed as questionable, but isn't everybody?
So on your fantasy
Well,
team?
I think with Gus Edwards down, he's probably going to for sure start.
He should, but Baltimore will always use 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Then Patrick Ricard signed him to a 3-year deal. Their fullback. That shows you what they do.
Still uses a fullback.
Yeah. O-line. They had 3 offensive additions. That's crazy. Mike Davis, Patrick Ricard, and Morgan Moses, 3-year, $15 million deal at tackle. He's nothing much. He's just solid vet.
And a couple big ones at the bottom right there. Kyle Fuller at corner, and then Marcus Williams at safety.
Yeah, Marcus Williams, Saints.
Saints legend.
Yeah, went there 5 years, $70 million.
Well, they done it through the draft instead of.
Yeah. But they really – what's Lamar throwing to? It's so stupid. Besides Mark Andrews.
They're going to run the ball.
They pretty much have to. Because you get
I hate that for him,
Rashad Bateman's
they don't
the
give him a
one.
shot, man.
I hope Marcus Williams shines. That's what I want out of that team.
He got better and better each year for the Saints.
I know. I hated to see him go. And look, just like anybody else, like I have nightmares about that, head down play.
That poor guy though, man.
He's really
Poor guy, my butt. Make a freaking tackle.
They booed him out of New Orleans.
Yeah. He tripped.
Yeah. Lamar's wide receiver 2 and 3, Devin Duvernay and James Prochet II.
Never heard of the second
All right,
guy.
good job. And that's what I preach.
Well, you know their number one wide receiver is actually a tight end.
Yeah.
But still, it wouldn't hurt to throw a little bit of money at.
Yeah,
at
and
that,
their number one,
know.
their number one wide receiver is Rashad Bateman, who hasn't proved anything.
You threw a 3-year, $16 million deal at a D tackle I've never heard of.
Why not OBJ?
And you can draft a D tackle easy. You can draft
and
a wide
wouldn't
receiver.
Bateman hurt his first year?
Oh yeah,
didn't even play.
Yeah.
So he's not a.
He hasn't proved
sure
anything
thing that
at
he's
all.
Going to be healthy.
Traded Marquise Brown.
Yeah, who was like best friends with Lamar. Lamar was pissed about it.
I mean, like that makes me feel like the organization doesn't care about him.
I don't understand it. I really don't
get it either. And I've been critical of Lamar, like playoffs and stuff like that, but the dude ain't got a shot, man. He ain't got a shot, and it's not his fault. But the first thing everybody's going to say is they're going to say he ain't an accurate quarterback. He can't do this, can't do that.
Stats prove that
he
wrong.
He ain't got no wide receivers to throw the ball to.
I did read today where they're going to
offer Tom Brady. I mean, crap.
more than Kyler Murray. So
as they should.
Yeah, they should.
I mean, he's on a whole other stratosphere than Kyler Murray.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. Kyler Murray's a bum compared to him.
Kyler's not top 10 or top 15, I don't think.
I think Kyler's
overrated, man. He just he's a flashy stats guy.
I
want to. No. I'm not saying that, but I think they're closer. I think that Kyler just keeps proving people wrong.
What did he do the second half of the season last year? Whenever they were the best team, they were nothing.
Yeah.
And then he did nothing in the playoffs, kind of
Lamar hasn't either. That's the problem.
You know.
But no, he had a good game in Buffalo. I think it was last year actually, but Buffalo was just too freaking good. I think it's either the last year or the year before.
I think the problem with Baltimore is when they get in the playoffs, they know what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball, so they've got to open it up a little bit.
The best receiver he's ever had is Marquise Brown, who couldn't even catch really.
They don't have the opportunity to open it up. They really don't.
Well, let's see how Marquise plays with the Cardinals.
I mean, people are excited about it.
Go deep every play.
He'll be on a team that'll open it up.
That's what Kyler does, though, is throw the deep ball.
Yeah, he makes time to be able to throw it down the field. He does that.
He looks like a munchkin out there.
Yeah.
He looks like he's gained weight. Is that just me? His face looks really fat.
He's always had fat ways. Yeah. They call him Baby Buddha.
But he's like got his hair out now. He looks weird.
They call him Baby Buddha for a reason.
Yeah. Did you see that he was wearing his gaming headset the other day on the sideline calling plays?
Wow.
Yeah, hilarious. People found a picture of him on like his Instagram wearing like this headset thing while he's playing Xbox, I guess.
Turtle Beach.
And then he was out there calling plays. And it was like a $200 headset. It wasn't Turtle Beach.
Oh, Ravens were last in the AFC North last year. I didn't realize that. So we got that
like
wrong.
6 and 8 or something like
8
that.
and
6
9.
and 8. Yeah, there you go.
But I think Lamar missed
Baltimore's
last 6
always,
games.
He missed some games.
Baltimore's always a wild card for me. Pulled their schedule.
Well,
if they're
you're
playing a
going to
last
get good
place
coaching
schedule
from them most times, and they usually have a good defense.
Yeah.
No, they're going to have a good defense every year. Yeah, let's look at their schedule.
Bill. Yeah.
Bill dozed off.
He was
like Clay said, if they're going to have a last place schedule, then
Bill must have a lady in his life.
Games.
Oh, Lamar beat.
I cut Bill off over there.
They beat the Titans 20-13.
Josh, our women are talking about us on Facebook. Somebody requested I make some gumbo, and Heather was like, he worked today or whatever, and then your wife was like, he can't. They do the podcast on Wednesdays.
Easy. Haters. This is what puts food on the table. Is this the Ravens schedule?
Oh, I thought we were doing. No.
Yeah. Bill's about to get fired.
Week 1 at Jets.
Oh, Bill, you're killing me.
Win. So it could be 3-0. Oh my God! Then it disappears.
Bill's been
I'm afraid of what's fixing to
Just
pop
close
up.
all of it.
Apparently, I did.
What is he doing?
Dude, Jackson Parish School Board, y'all gonna take it easy on my boy Bill.
Hey, he's got a podcast.
We got a pod to do. Y'all wearing him out.
All right, so we should be good now.
All right, yeah. Week 1 at the Jets. Should be a win.
W.
Oh, at New York on 9/11. That's fun.
2 is going to beat him in week 2, though.
Week 2, Miami.
New England will be a tough game. Buffalo will be tough. Cincinnati will be tough. New York is a win. Cleveland's a win.
Cleveland, Tampa, New Orleans. That's interesting. 3 right there before the bye. Then they ended off second half of the season. Carolina, Jacksonville.
They could win 9, possibly 10 if they play really good. I say 9.
That second half of the season, who are they losing to? They get Denver at home.
They're going to ride.
So they don't have to go to the altitude.
Bengals.
Denver's going to ride over to Baltimore.
Bengals week 18 might be for the division.
I'm saying 9, possibly 10.
Or the Bengals could have already clinched it and sit everybody.
Because I have a feeling when we look at this Bengals schedule, we're going to be thinking differently.
Well, I was kind of thinking that anyway. A lot of people's thinking that they're going to win a division over the Bengals.
As long as Joey B's healthy, Bengals are going to be fighters in it.
But first place schedule versus fourth place schedules, big difference. We saw that with that AFC West. We continued to think that we thought Raiders and Chargers were just going to run away. Then we looked at that schedule and boom. So.
Chance is trying to grab a body armor at the fridge.
A mathlete?
I am a mathlete.
I'm thinking 10 or 11 wins. I know I continue to complain about
9.
I complain about the wide receivers and everything, but
I'm going 9.
Lamar, he just finds a way.
I'll go 9. 9 or 10.
11.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 10 or 11.
They always win games in the regular season.
Yeah.
It feels like they always have a decent.
He has a
record when
playoff
he
win.
plays.
They're going to make the playoffs.
That's what I think.
That wasn't a jab at that.
Yeah, he has a playoff win. And then they lost 17-3 in Buffalo. It was that snowy game 2 years ago. We were in Los Angeles when we watched that, Chance.
I remember that.
You figure, though, they would have just run the freaking ball that game.
Yeah. Let's go to everyone's favorites. The
I wouldn't
Bengals.
say they're my favorites, but okay.
Who day?
The team that brought NFL football back to Louisiana last year.
Yeah, they really
Gosh.
did, didn't they? For all the people that stopped watching.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit. When you said
Nothing
that.
pissed me off more than
I
going
hate
onto Facebook in January.
I hated Facebook during that time.
It pissed me off.
Hated it.
All the people that wanted to boycott the NFL, they loved it when Joey B's back.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm gonna stop before I say too much. Daxton Hill, D-back, round 1. People were really excited about him. They're thinking he was one of the better safeties in the draft, and so maybe he'll get to play. Jesse Bates though is there. He's really good safety.
I think he got a interception in the preseason the other day.
Yeah, probably so. You got an O-lineman from North Dakota State there, round 4. Those are always fun.
He's probably going to be a Sasquatch.
I bet he looks weird. Click on his name.
He looks like an ogre.
Cordell Volson.
Who's this one?
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina with another draft pick.
They've
Good
been
for
great.
them. Oh, yeah, look at this cat.
6'6", 315.
Yeah, he's a...
Yeah, I mean, Coastal Carolina's been a freaking program past couple
Yeah,
years.
I mean, good for them. That's a couple of different teams right there that's drafted some of their guys.
Red
Seems
shirt
like that,
senior,
okay.
so he's probably like 27. Good experienced guy.
Got 2 COVID years.
NFL ready.
And he's
10.5-inch
his
hands.
hometown is in North Dakota, so I mean
He's
a,
older than Joe Burrow.
Probably. He's probably older than Joe Mixon.
5'2" in the 40.
He came out with that beard.
Only 25 bench
pretty
press
slow.
reps, though. That's not good.
Yeah, 5'27".
You never want to see an offensive lineman only hit the 225 25 times.
I don't think that's that bad.
Oh, I guarantee that's well below average for offensive linemen.
You
Guarantee you that's well below
He's
average.
only 20. He's only 24 years old.
25. NFL offensive lineman, I guarantee is below average. What's another offensive lineman that got drafted last year? I'll look him
Go
up
Trevor
right now.
Penning. Look at Trevor Penning.
I think 25 is kind of high.
Yeah. 225, 25.
I thought it was
is
generally
a
in the
lot.
30s.
No, I
I've
think
got
the
a
record
list
was in
of
the
them right
30s.
here.
Pretty sure it's not.
Most people just didn't
No,
do it.
527 was not
Trevor
great.
Penning hit 28. What was that? What's that offensive lineman?
Everyone at the top didn't do it. Evan Neal didn't do it.
Oh, they didn't do it? Okay, so I don't know nobody else besides those top guys.
Alex Lindstorm, 25. Zion Johnson, 32. Cole Strange, 31.
What's the record?
I don't
Whatever
know.
that dude for the Cowboys did, it was like 50 or something.
What? Seriously?
Larry Allen, was that his name?
Oh yeah, he's
he's
a
a
beast.
freak.
Everybody seen that video?
I wonder what's the average.
Hey, who is the receiver that called him though
51.
from the Bills? 51.
51. Good grief.
Oh, that wasn't. Larry
What's
Allen,
the
Is
average?
it 99? It's probably in the 20s for an offensive lineman.
It's probably 25, 26, somewhere around there.
Tony Mandarich did it 39 times. By the way.
With one
On the
hand.
roids?
With one hand.
With one hand. Yeah.
You can get quarterbacks anywhere. You can get a Troy Aikman anywhere, but
There's only one him.
And there's only one O.J. Simpson,
That's
I think
true.
was the rest of that quote.
Yeah, that's true.
It was.
Well,
boom.
that's it.
That was easy.
19. Y'all keep talking about the Bengals.
All right, so Joey B. I mean, that's who we're talking about. I mean, get real.
He had appendix surgery. He had a ruptured appendix, I think.
Yeah, they
And
said it
he's-
was worse than initially, so that must. I
It
would
was
assume
late
is-
late July, I think, and he's back practicing. He actually was at the they played. Who'd they play the other day? Can't remember, but
I don't
anyway.
even know. I know he hasn't taken a snap. I know that much.
He didn't need to.
Oh, he don't need to for sure. I don't blame him.
That joint practice, that's what I'm thinking of. He actually played a little bit.
What
of that
offensive
joint
lineman
practice,
did they bring in to?
They brought in some of them from Tampa. Alex Kappa, that's him.
Yeah.
Lyle Collins, 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Hurst, he was a former Baltimore guy. Went down to Atlanta last year. B.J. Hill, 3-year, $30 million D tackle. He's good.
Eli Apple, there you go.
Still pissing Saints fans off.
Jesse Bates. He's freaking really good.
They can have Eli Apple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're pissed at him now after he cost them the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
You see, people continue to joke on him. I don't. If he was that bad, he wouldn't be under contract.
He wouldn't be on an NFL team anymore.
It's just, and he wouldn't be starting.
He was a liability when he was with the Saints, though.
Definitely.
So was Ken Crawley.
But why is he still starting? It's the NFL. Like, they're not just doing it.
There's a reason the quarterback threw at him every time.
Yeah, there's also a reason the defense continues to put him out there.
Well, maybe he's
signed
only
them in this offseason.
I think because that position is so hard to play.
Well, I was going to say he's only the 64th ranked cornerback, so.
I mean, that's really not bad.
There's a starter.
That's average.
Somebody's got to play him.
So you're saying there's worse than him?
Yeah. He's 64. That's a starter for an NFL team.
He's a 64th, like, on PFF, I guess?
Oh, no, I'm just saying if he's starting, that means there could be 63 better cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah.
And he's still got a job.
That feels about right. But I think he's probably worse than that, that maybe he's, maybe some teams have an abundance at corner.
Yeah.
And
I see where Thaddeus Moss was playing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's on the practice squad last year.
They're getting all these LSU guys.
Well, they drafted him. Yeah, they didn't draft him, but they brought him in last year.
No, he didn't get drafted.
So what do you think Chase does? What do you think Jamar Chase does this year?
I don't think he'll ever put up just, like, absolutely insane numbers, like close to 2,000s like Megatron or anything like that, because he's got good guys around him.
Well, I mean, I
think T. Higgins could actually have more yards than him because they're going to be focusing in on Chase, and it's.
I think 1,000 yards would be a great year for him.
I mean, I think he'll have.
If he repeats what he did last year,
it's so weird how
that'd be good. If he repeats what he did last year,
Justin Jefferson had a monster year last year, but you didn't hear anything about him because of what Jamar was doing.
He's not as flashy as Jamar.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it is.
I mean, he's got the most popular dance in the NFL.
Well, he's got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball instead of America's favorite.
But Jefferson is, he's
don't understand
possibly
that.
the best wide receiver right now.
Yeah. But I don't understand all the hate for Captain Kirk.
Well, he don't deserve that nickname, first off. What's he ever done?
I think
he's
going to have his best year this year.
I believe that too.
That's average now?
What? Kirk Cousins?
No, I think he's going to have. He's going to have 5,000 yards.
He's an NFL starter
and close to 40 touchdowns this year.
He's top 20.
I mean, I think if you're not in the
20,
top 10,
no,
you're not
he's
above
at least,
average.
I think he's at least top 15.
And 15, that means you're an average quarterback, in my opinion.
I think he might break the top 10 this year. I really think
all right, just his stats, though. 9th in yards, 9th in touchdowns, tied for 3rd in the lowest amount of interceptions.
He didn't turn the ball over much last year.
I mean, that screams top 10.
You could do a lot worse than him.
So you think Kirk Cousins is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Please make me a top 10 list, Kyle. We're going to pause the podcast if we have to.
I'm going to list off names right now. So Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lamar Jackson.
He's going to say no to Lamar, but Lamar's better. Keep going.
Lamar Jackson.
I was going to say no to Lamar.
You want to?
Lamar Jackson.
I've never hated on Lamar.
All right, we won't even count Lamar.
Other than the joke about Taysom Hill, but that's just to get under his skin.
Lamar Jackson or Kirk Cousins?
Lamar.
Okay.
Right, that's easy.
Joe Burrow.
Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow.
I'm scrolling down the list.
Where are you at 5?
Joe
Burrow's around 10.
How are we at 5? I've said 2 names.
Well, I got 4 fingers held up.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. We're not going to count Deshaun Watson.
No, he's not better. He is better than Deshaun Watson. Deshaun ain't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's better than his ghost.
He could be better than Dak. He could be better
He's
than Aaron Rodgers
I think
this year.
he's. No,
you can't
well,
say he's
not.
better.
He ain't better
All right,
than Aaron
He
Rodgers.
could be.
AFC West, Derek Carr.
He's Carr-esque.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
He's
they're
the
same.
like
Russell Wilson.
League, I can say that.
Don't say he's better than Russell Wilson.
No, he's not. But I mean, he
He'll
may
have better.
he may
I
have
bet
a
he
better
has
year.
better numbers by the end of the year, though.
Justin Herbert.
I think
he had a
Kirk's
better
gonna be
year
good
than
this year,
he
too.
had a better year than Wilson last year.
He's not a top 10
because he was
quarterback,
hurt.
though. Like,
yeah.
let's be honest. He's not
Mahomes,
a top 10 quarterback.
Allen, Burrow, Jackson, Herbert, Russ,
I think too.
Rodgers, Tom Brady.
We're getting close.
Matt Stafford, Kyler Murray.
You like
Is he
Kyler
bigger?
Murray? You just
No, no.
You just
I
almost
said
said
he's better.
Kyler Murray was better than Lamar Jackson.
No. I said he could be Lamar.
Baker.
And Kirk could be? You think Kirk could be Lamar?
No, they're completely
Kyler.
different.
I know. I'm saying if Kyler can be Lamar, then you're
they're
struggling
two.
to put Kirk
They're
above him.
two. They're
Yeah,
two completely
they're totally
different
different.
quarterbacks. I'm just saying I don't think he's nearly as bad, and I think he's above
Underrated.
No,
He's underrated. That's what
He's
he's trying
Derek.
to say.
He's
He's
Carr
not flashy. That's all it
He's
is. He's
Carr-esque.
not flashy.
All he ever does is put up four grand, and throws 3 times as many touchdown passes as interceptions.
I think Dak's better than him.
I don't think
he
so.
will be this year.
I think Dak's a better quarterback than him.
This year, I think the Vikings are going to be really freaking good, and I think Kirk's going to be good.
It's going to be a different
But-
offense. They're going to throw the ball more.
Yeah, that's the thing. Their OC's going to change a lot, their head coach. But in the past, Kirk Cousins has never really done anything to make you say he's a top 10 guy.
Oh, I agree with
Top
that.
15, I can say it.
I'm
yeah.
just thinking
after this year, he
he's
might-
going to be
Dak had
better
a
than
great
he's
year
been.
last year too. So
Yeah, after this year, I think you might could say it. But right now,
he's
it's
got
hard
two
to say.
really good wide receivers.
Yeah, and a really good running back that can catch the ball.
Exactly.
He has all the tools to succeed, and he has for a while. But he's never
not
done
a top 10
it.
quarterback.
He had Diggs and Thielen,
Well,
too.
if he don't do it this year with a new offense, he's probably not going to do it. I mean, this is his year.
That's why it's really hard to say he's top 10. I'll give him top 15.
Yeah, okay.
He's absolutely top 15.
He's right around 15 or 14.
13,
probably.
14, or 15. 13 at best.
I still say he is underrated.
He's pretty much good for about 30 touchdowns a year and over 4,000 yards.
And 0 playoff wins.
So I'm thinking this
How
year
many-
he's
does
closer
he
to
have no playoff wins?
5,000
Pretty sure he's
and
got
closer
0.
to 40 touchdowns.
He never wins in primetime games either.
No.
He
Yeah.
hides whenever he's
so
on
y'all
national
saying he's
TV.
Tony Romo?
I would say he's a lot like
I could
Tony
agree
Romo.
with
I
that.
think that's a
That's
great
a
comparison.
that is a great comparison.
He just don't play for America's
Romo's
team.
probably better, though.
Yeah, Romo's better.
Cowboys haven't won anything since '96, so that's like
They
almost
won a
30
playoff
years.
game once.
Yeah,
I mean, they almost went to the Super Bowl one year.
when?
When Rodgers beat them.
Des Bryant fumble.
Yeah,
The catch fumble.
But let's go to the Bengals. Their losses. They lost to Uzama.
I think that's going to hurt.
I think that's going to be because they didn't really replace him at all.
Well, they got a tight end. Who was that tight end?
Burrow
Hurst.
fed him too, man.
Oh yeah, Hayden Hurst,
Hayden
but yeah, he's not Uzama. Uzama was really good last year. Defensively, lost Ogunjobi. We mentioned him earlier.
They
with the
replaced him
Steelers.
with that Hill guy though, so they're fine there.
Oh no, they didn't replace him. They just kept him because BJ Hill's already
BJ
there.
Hill's there. That's right.
Draft.
who was the Tate guy from the
Alden
Falcons?
Tate.
That's a former Auburn guy, maybe.
Okay.
I wanna say
Florida
it's
State, maybe. He's tall. He's like 6'5", 6'6". He had a good early on career. So what are we thinking? Let's go look at their schedule.
Go to their schedule.
I feel it's going to be tough because they got the first place schedule they'll have to play. So they open up Pittsburgh. Should be a win.
Yeah, it should be a win. Maybe it'll
At
be a
Dallas
fight.
week 2. That's tough. Yeah. That's gonna be tough.
in the
Dallas-
Dallas time slot too. 3:25.
Yeah, I don't know about Dallas though.
I think it's a toss.
I don't think it's enough to just guarantee a win.
Yeah, I don't think we can say win.
I think it could be a loss. Week 3, they should beat the Jets.
Win.
Miami
Should beat Miami,
Thursday
you
night.
think.
Miami. We'll
It's
see.
It's gonna be a close game against Baltimore.
Baltimore and at New Orleans. Those could both be L's.
They're going to be close. Like both of them's going to have 9 or 10 wins, and whoever wins between that's going to win a division.
Neither's going to run away. I don't
No.
think.
Oh, look at this ending. Hold up. Scroll down to the end of the season.
Tennessee, Kansas City, Tampa.
Yeah, you go to the bye week, then you go to Pittsburgh. That's never
So
guaranteed
is
win.
Baltimore the last game? That
Yeah.
could be for the
That-
that
but-
could be for the
Very
division
well.
right there.
If Bengals ain't blown it in the second half, because look at this. You go to Pittsburgh, you can't guarantee a win there. You go to Tennessee, they're still a good team. Kansas City's toss-up. Cleveland with Deshaun. At Tampa, at New England in December. Probably going to be snowing. versus Buffalo versus Baltimore. None of those games are guaranteed.
I'm calling it right now. They're 9-9 going into that game, and whoever wins the division with 10 games.
8-8.
Yeah, they both have 9. Yeah, okay. no, they both have 9 wins.
Oh, they each have 9 wins.
They each have 9 wins
okay.
going into that game, and whoever wins gets 10 games and wins the division.
Well, what if? Okay,
I can see that.
That second half is
because they
tough.
They could lose 5 of those games after the.
They all of them could be a loss.
Right.
Honestly,
I definitely think though it's gonna be between them and Baltimore.
It should be.
I think,
yeah.
I just.
And they're playing at Cincinnati.
Yeah, that last
if
game.
Joe Burrow's healthy, I'm not gonna count him out of any game.
We'll see.
He just got a net factor. Now, when he's been healthy, like he just wins games.
Well, let's talk about that because
what was their record? What was their record
70 times last year between regular season and the playoffs. It was 70 sacks. They got to cut that in half.
Yeah. What was their record? 10-7. 11-6 or something maybe.
I think it was 10-7.
I don't know, but
I'll
that second half of the season
gets 10 wins.
That second half of the season's really freaking tough.
They squeak out the division.
They're gonna fight and claw for double-digit wins. I think. Bills in 2016.
I guess we're gonna have to count them.
Well, Cincinnati improved their offensive line is what they needed to do. They're going to be
7
better.
losses.
7. Yeah.
So 10-7. So are they going to be that much better with a first place schedule as opposed to?
I think it'll be. Yeah, I think we'll watch. I think it'll be 10-7.
I'm telling you, they're both going to have 9 games going into that. Yeah. We're going to find.
Now I don't disagree with that.
That's going to be.
There
battle.
we go. Week 2 at Chicago, they lost last year.
That'll be one of the more interesting division races in the league.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Hey, they couldn't beat Cleveland though. Couldn't beat Baker in his one arm.
They will this year.
Because Baker's gone.
Well, they get did they? Yeah, they get.
They get Watson
Carolina.
at the back half.
Yeah, but they get Carolina.
Oh, they get Carolina too. Yeah.
They get Baker.
Baker's got his number. Yeah, I think Baltimore takes the division. I think Baltimore gets about 10 or 11. Bengals are right around 9. That second half's really freaking tough.
I'm ready to see how many people jump off the bandwagon on Facebook when.
So what happens if they both have 9 wins going to that game? Say Baltimore wins the first game at Baltimore. Cincinnati wins the game at Cincinnati.
If they're both 9 wins after that game, or if they're both 9-9 and they tied each, and they both won one game against each other.
Well, I guess whoever wins that 10th game.
Speaking on that, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be some Louisiana people rooting for Cincinnati.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Oh, a lot of people.
He's Louisiana's son, adopted son,
but he's not from here.
Drew Brees is gone.
I can name off like 6 or 7 people right now that just swore off of football, NFL, and everything after the Kaepernick stuff. And then, by God, when Joe Burrow decided he recovered from his ACL injury last year, that you would have thought football is a brand new thing, like sliced bread.
I thought they were playing New Orleans.
That's last year's schedule.
Dude, they got scores up
there. Oh, shoot. Tell Ty. He can capitalize on this.
Like Hot Tub Time Machine.
Back to the future.
Back to the future.
Well, I saw it in Hot Tub Time Machine first.
Well, you haven't seen Back to the Future 2.
You
have not.
What?
I've never seen number 2, no.
He's only seen number 1.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen. Okay. Well, 2's not as good as 1. But.
Well, that's
right there with
the
Wait, but you've seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
Why on earth
I like
is that
Hot
game
Tub
not
Time
Sunday
Machine.
night or Monday Night Football?
Peyton's got a theory
that might
about
be
that.
one of the hardest tickets to get in NFL.
Peyton's going.
Peyton's
theory is that the NFL changed this year that every Sunday night game is flexible starting at week 6. Week 6 is New Orleans and Bengals. So Peyton thinks it's getting switched to Sunday night.
Well, maybe they're waiting to see if
there's some goons if they don't move that game.
I wonder what.
Did anybody get his tickets yet?
Well, let's see what Sunday Night Football is that week.
We ain't got that much swing.
Can we look at that?
Yeah, click on that, Bill. All right, I don't know if that's clickable. I'll find it. So what are we thinking?
10 wins.
10 at the most.
10, they squeak out the division win.
There's no way they win more than 10.
Week 6 is Cowboys-Eagles. That ain't getting switched.
That's not getting switched. Yeah. That's locked.
That's for sure.
That's gonna be a good game too.
They would get more.
It's gonna be a good weekend of football.
It's gonna get more views than
One of the biggest rivalries in the NFL.
Well,
No.
I mean, if
America's team?
Yeah,
the Cowboys are
like
over.
You got
Saints
one,
fans show
one
Cowboys 0-5.
You know, Cowboys are 0-5. It might get switched.
Saints fans show
It could
up.
happen. It could happen.
All right.
We can only hope.
They'll still have a chance to win the division.
Hey,
though.
I know we get treated like a small market, but we show up like a LA market.
Yeah. And America's,
We pack out the dome. We get eyes on the TVs, and we buy merch. Hey, did you see that pass right there?
Nice.
That was a work of art.
Who the crap is it? Bengals? Oh, it's T-Law. Touchdown Jesus. Playing in the second quarter of a preseason game. There we go.
Watch this.
That's my savior of football.
Watch this throw. I think he's going to be better this year, though.
Yeah, you'll see my bold predictions.
Comeback
later.
player of the year right there.
You can't give him comeback.
You'll see my bold predictions later.
Most improved. That's what I was.
I think number 20 for the Steelers needs to be cut now for missing that ball.
All right. Well, that's
I got to
our
make a
episode.
bold prediction on that.
We're
now.
done with our predictions. I mean, not our predictions, our previews. Football soon. We'll see y'all later.
So what's our finishing order? AFC North.
Oh. I'm going Baltimore, Cincy, Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
I'll shuffle that with Cincy, Baltimore, and then I can go with the rest.
As bad as I hate to say it, I think it's going to be Baltimore, Cincinnati.
They have an easier schedule.
I do too.
And I hate to say it.
And y'all think Cleveland, Pittsburgh at 3-4?
Yeah.
Y'all think Pittsburgh can?
I think.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Pittsburgh's going to surprise some people.
I believe in Tomlin.
Tomlin's
I'm
never
a
had
big
a
Tomlin
negative
guy.
season, right?
Yeah.
Tomlin's a great
Did you
coach.
have the Browns above
Yeah.
Pitt? Oh no. I think Pitt, because I don't think he's all of a sudden going to have a losing season now.
Mitch Trubisky has a lot to say about that. And small hand Kenny.
Small hand Kenny.
I do have the same size hands as Kenny Pickett, and I'm 5'7".
Go grab NFL football and throw it.
I mean, it's no problem. But
Speaking of Tomlin, he's got to be
Especially
one
if
of
I
the
had a glove
best
on.
locker room guys because he had Antonio Brown there, and you never heard
Le'Veon
a
Bell,
peep
too.
out of him.
And Martavius Bryant.
Yeah. Wide receiver from Clemson.
I mean, he does a really good job in that
Who
locker
got
room.
banned from the NFL. Remember that?
And Big Ben.
And Big Ben, yeah.
Well, wait. What about that racist spewing quarterback he had?
Yeah, Mason
Mason
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still keeping him around.
I mean, he
holds
backs
them
his
together.
players.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the card. He's got the pass, I guess.
Mason ain't got no passes, bro. That's why he didn't say it.
I don't know. Miles just wanted to hit him in the head with a helmet.
Yeah, he just got mad.
All right, that's it. Chop on. Who dat?
Go Tigers. Get the can.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.